Welcome back to Monica's Place. This is the first episode I've done since I've returned from my wonderful trip to the French Caribbean. We had an amazing time. Our journey home wasn't that much fun. We were on a flight once we arrived in Atlanta, and our flight, the engine failed on the way to Montreal, so they had to return the flight back to Atlanta, and thankfully, it landed safely. But in all the confusion, my camera with my 322 pictures of our beautiful vacation got lost, and it is nowhere to be found. So I guess the flip side of that is it's just great that we landed safe, so I can't worry about those amazing photos, and I just have to have a mind memory of my wonderful time. So on this episode, we're going to talk all about travel journals when you go on a vacation. I've got 3 different travel journals that I created here. This one was of our anniversary. This is another one of our last year's anniversary, our 35th. And this one here is the one I made of this most recent vacation. So what I'm going to show you is how you can make these journals as you go. And then when you get home, all you have to do, print your photos, add them to your album, and your scrapbook is complete. And also, please stay tuned to the very end. I'm going to dedicate this episode to the wonderful French people. And I have some beautiful paper here called Memento. It was given to me by Melanie Couture. And all of the papers here, all of the quotes are in French. Like if you can see on this blue one, it says Bonne fête and Mon petit sœur, un petit princesse on this piece here. They're just lovely papers. And so please stay tuned, leave a comment on my blog, and you'll have a chance to receive a lovely sample of this paper. As we all know, when you're packing for a vacation, space must be kept to a minimum, particularly if you're going to be flying. So I'm just going to show you what I brought along to scrap with. I picked up this little pencil case. It's a bit fatter version than the regular size, and it has 2 zippers down the side. I thought it was great. And everything I used for my scrapbook this time was in this pencil case. So I'll show you what I brought. First of all, I brought some adhesives, a glue stick, and one of the snail adhesives. I brought this little metal tin pencil case, and inside of it I had all my writing implements. So I had some nice markers. I got these from Stampin' Up, and they're brown and black, and they write really nice. And what's great about these is they have a thin side to them, as well as a thicker side. So if you wanted to do some doodling on your pages, these are great. So I had brown and black and another marker. I also had a white pen for doodling with. Can't be without my watercolor pencil crayons. These are just fantastic. And of course, a pencil sharpener. And I'll show you how to use these in a second. And then I had a regular pencil. I picked up my watercolor pencil crayons at an art supply store. You can either buy them in a package or you can buy them individually. And you can also buy them, I know Stampin' Up! Also has a set of them as well. Then I took along some gelatin stamps, just to add to the page. This one just had some scrolls on it. And a little tiny little block, and I added, I can't remember the sticky stuff, so the stamps will stick to it. I can't think of it right now, but I will let you know later. Some brads, and I had a few buttons in here and embellishments, just little stuff. You're not sure if you're going to use it or not. My great aqua pen. This is amazing because whether you're near water or not, you can still use your watercolor and paint, and I will show you how to do that in a second with the watercolor crayons. Of course, some scissors, some rub-ons. I just grabbed a pack of random rub-ons, some gelatins, again some more stamps. I can't be without just a little set of ABC ones. A lot of these you can pick up at the dollar store or Michael's. This one here is all about vacationing and travel, explore, journey, so I use this one a lot. And this is the gelatins one, which has some journaling stamps in it. I also had this stack of color box chalk inks in there, and there's a variety of colors, and what's great about these is they snap together. So if you only wanted to bring two, you could bring two, or you could bring the whole stack, whatever will fit in your pencil case. And of course, our most important tool for our travel journal is our camera. And please, please, please do what I did not do. Add, if you're going to be going on a vacation or traveling, even in the car, add your name and address and contact information on a little label onto your camera. This is my new camera I've purchased because I lost mine. And if I had had this on there, I'm sure it would have been returned back to me. So that's just a little tip I'm passing on to you. Here's a little sampling of some journals I did in the past. We went to Jasper National Park in Alberta, which isn't very far from us. And so I picked this book up there. It kind of looks like tree bark and stuff, but it had the elements of the outdoors. So I made a quick little journal with things that we stayed in this place called Pocahontas Cabin, and this was on the flyers. So I just wrote on the back of a piece of paper, had a little bag there, cut up stuff. There we were, some rub-ons. It says our June Jasper journey. I used things that I had that I picked up as we went along. I had brought some ribbons, which you also can tuck into your kit, whatever you can fit. And took pictures as we were going. I tried to get creative here, cut up the picture to give it kind of that water effect because there's a waterfall there. But you can see how I just added to this. There's me, va-va-voom, in my bathing suit. And there's always a little story to go with all the pictures. This particular one I did as we were going along and also when I came home because I developed the pictures and then just added them later. But then I got smart, and last year for our 35th anniversary, all I took with me was my kit and this book. I decorated the front beforehand with some chipboard and rub-ons, our anniversary, and then from there I had my stamps and I stamped and I talked all about, I journaled in pencil. I like to journal in pencil, I don't know why. We stopped at a restaurant, this place on the highway you can buy tea, and I grabbed one of their postcards and added little things. You know how they always have those country newspapers, flyers things? And I tore it up and collaged it. There's the receipt of the tea that I purchased. And once we hopped back in the car, I was scrapbooking until we got to our next location, which was Calgary. And I went to a dollar store, and they had some really neat embellishments and these big paper clips. And my husband took a picture of me in the parking lot with a flower he bought for me. And I just stamped and watercolored. And this was our hotel. And these are all these photos. I took these and added them later, but I stamped on the pages. But it was the Rimrock Inn was the name of the hotel. So I took the hotel stationery and journaled on that. I took I don't know if you've seen these in a hotel. It's like a coaster for a cup, and they're made out of paper, and they always have the hotel name on them. So I just simply stuck that on, stamped around, and wrote in a circle. So when I got home, all I had to do was add in my photos. I left a space for my photos. Peter's Drive-In is one of the best places in Canada for milkshakes and hamburgers. So if you ever go to Calgary, you always have to stop there. I even took a picture of my husband's hands driving the car, and I talked all about our road trip. And it was wonderful. When I got home, it took me about a half an hour. All I had to do was print the pictures, stick them in, and I could already show everyone my finished scrapbook. In the back here, there's a pocket. So I simply use this to stick anniversary cards that people had given us. And there you have it. My anniversary is already documented with very little work, and I had a lot of fun doing this.